Hey VC, this is Chris. I'm here to do a remake of a video I just tried to shoot earlier. This is in response to James Griffiths' thread on classic Twofers. So he was showing albums that he had that had been repackaged. Two albums, I think the strict definition is by the same artist, into a single package, typically a gatefold. So I pulled some of those that I had, I pulled some other ones. I had originally shown this one the first time around, Chick Corea and Michael Longo in the package called Piano Giant. So it's a reissue of two of their earlier albums, Sundance from Chick Corea from '69, and Michael Longo, some album called Funkia, or Funkia, I don't know. But, you know, two band reissues rather than solo work, but, you know, by two different people. Chick Corea's on one album, Michael Longo's on the other. So, I showed this before, but now I'm disqualifying it. Next one I had is Steve Miller Band. Living in the USA and Children of the Future. I don't know if this strictly counts either because I got these two albums separately, but they're packaged such that the you know, this would be the seam where the gatefold is, and it would open like this, because the opening is the same on both of them. Both openings to the center. That's kind of weird, but they're not connected in any fashion. So I don't know. I haven't seen the package where they're together, but two 1968 albums, Steve Miller Band, San Francisco area band, Living in the USA and Children of the Future. So, finally get to one that actually works. Big Star, Radio City and #1 record. On originally on Ardent, but this is on the Stax label. Early 70s, power pop, Alex Chilton, Big Star. I show the inside, there's the band. Two of these, you know, some of these Twofers, I have the albums that go with it. In this case, I do have Radio City on the original Ardent label. You can see the cutout hole there. Ardent records are distributed by Stax, so that reissue they just cut out the you know, original label and just did Stax, the parent. Next one was T-Rex, Mark Boland. James showed a different twofer that they put out, but this is called A Beginning. This is sort of like a Pink Floyd album that I'll show later. But it's these two albums here, Prophets, Seers, and Sages, and My People Were Fair, or They Wore Doves in Their Hair, or something. Now they're content to wear stars on their brows. So long-winded. This is on A&M label. So late 60s, I think, for this. A twofer, but repackaged with new artwork. But they did reference the original albums. Another one, I don't have the individual albums, but it's this Who package. A quick one, and the Who Sell Out. So there's the gatefold, there's the interior shots. This is on tracks. So, late 60s albums from the Who, classic albums. James showed this one, this Kevin Ayers twofer. Joy of a Toy and Shooting at the Moon on Harvest. So I won't go over that. I'll refer you to his video. And this one, I have this Kraftwerk on Vertigo. This is their first two albums, Kraftwerk 1 and 2. There's the gatefold. Band shots. There's the Vertigo, but it's the Vertigo spaceship. So first two Kraftwerk albums, early 70s. This one I did just the other day. I picked up Kraftwerk 1. I went to the antique mall and I found this thing there. And as far as I can tell, this is an original. But while looking it up in Discogs, I noticed that there was an issue with bootlegs on this thing. But as far as I can tell, this is an original Philips Kraftwerk. It's got a little bit of water damage there on the bottom of the cover, but otherwise seems pretty nice. And then, this is another one that James showed. Pink Floyd, A Nice Pair. So this is the first two Pink Floyd albums with Syd Barrett, Saucer Full of Secrets, and Piper at the Gates of Dawn. But it's been repackaged with this different artwork. So, at first glance, it's not obvious, but there's some text there that, if you look carefully, you'll figure out what it is. But so I won't show you that again. Go to James's video. But related, here's Syd Barrett. So this repackages Barrett and Madcap Laughs. This is on Harvest. There's the gatefold. Interior shots there. Harvest label. So Syd Barrett, gone from Pink Floyd. There's some solo stuff. Still has some participation from his band members. Nice twofer. So that was it for the most part. In the background, I'm playing the Akeem Kaufman Quartet. Double Exposure. I first became aware of him as a solo pianist on a jazz album called Knives, I think. But so I found this one. It must have been cheap for me to buy a quartet version, but It's on Leo Records, who usually does a pretty good job of putting out free jazz and avant-garde jazz and improvisational music. So I wasn't really taking that big a chance. This is from 2000. And then a couple other ones that, you know, but they're CD, so I don't really count them towards this video. And this one is again in that area that's two different artists. So Art Ensemble of Chicago and Keith Jarrett with whatever these albums are. Restoration Ruin and Baptism on the Collectibles label. Another one on Collectibles, Charles Lloyd Quartet. So this collects those two albums there, In Europe and Journey Within, with Keith Jarrett on the piano. And another one in that line, the Collectibles. Soundtrack and In the Soviet Union. And then the last couple, this is a Russian label, CD Maximum, so I don't know how official these are, but they put out, got several Deep Purple twofers. Fireball, Come Taste the Band. In Rock and Powerhouse. The Battle Rages On and something called Single Hits 2. There's the single hits track list. And then Stormbringer and Perfect Stranger. So just a couple of examples. So this Twofers idea is, you know, ideal for CDs because you can fit two of these typically on a CD. But anyway, so I'll leave a link to the James Griffiths video, and I'll see you guys back on the next one. So thanks.